Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Another fun night with the DNC with our friends, our good, close, really wonderful friends at the DNC. Because, wow, did they connect with you last night? Oof. I'm having a hard time severing the connection. It was so powerful. I mean, that blood was shooting from my eyes after about 3 seconds after it started. And just the lies, just the unmitigated, unadulterated lying that goes on, spinning every single thing, repeating old lies that have long been disproven, and the new post office lies, which are among my favorite of all time. Just the post office is now the most important institution in the history of the world, and how they love it, how they adore that sacred, venerable icon of Americanism. Don't say anything about it. Nothing negative, anyway. You only speak of the Postal Service with complete and total reverence. Not like this Donald Trump does. It's despicable. It's sickening. It's really hard to take. I don't know why. Obviously, I don't think any of us in this room would be watching this thing unless we absolutely had to. And even then, it's almost impossible. Bill Clinton spoke last night. He's spoken at, I didn't realize this, every Democratic convention since 1980.
Wow.
Yeah. I had no idea.
My goodness.
Every Democratic convention since 1980. Huh.
What was
we had no idea who he was in the 80s. No idea.
Was it 88? When was the one where he talked and talked and talked and talked? And they were just like, what is happening? Yeah, I need to look that up. There was one before he was president.
But, he doesn't have that. I don't think he has that it thing going for him anymore. I don't think people are enamored of him anymore. It's too much Barack Obama since then, too much water under the bridge. And he's got some issues. I mean, even with this new photo where Bill Clinton is being massaged by the girl that is accusing him.
Yeah.
There's a photograph of him being massaged by her. And still they have him at the convention. Mm-hmm. Still they don't cut him off.
Yeah. By the way, it was 1988. Rising star Bill Clinton spoke at the Democrat convention, was given a 15-minute slot. He spoke for an uninspiring 33 minutes, interrupted by boos and chants, yet was their nominee, in president 4 years later. Wow.
And nobody really knew who he was. I mean, I'll never forget 1992 when he started to, become really prevalent in the campaign. I'm like, who is this guy? And where did he come from? We know now, but at the time, nobody knew him.
The speech was so poorly received, the audience cheered when he said, "In conclusion." That's when you know, oh boy.
You're a big hit.
Wrap this up.
You're a big hit. Way to go.
Yeah, but it's a short memory, right? Because 4 years later, he was their nominee, became president, and it's like this Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Short memory, and now he's given a primetime spot.
Here was, because it's virtual, they get to do their favorite thing, and that's repeat a word over and over and over again. Agonizing. But here was the big open of last night's extravaganza.
Welcome
to the second night of the Democratic National
Convention. Oh, no.
This is a different kind of convention.
Look at the camera and smile.
And this
is a different kind of keynote.
is a different kind of keynote. This year,
all of us are on stage.
Wait, is this a different kind of keynote, or is it the same one? Is it the same kind of thing we're always doing?
Yeah. No.
Or is it a different kind? A different kind.
We've got a lot to say.
Oh.
Make no mistake, it didn't have to be this bad.
What didn't?
In the early days of the virus, Donald Trump didn't listen to the experts.
Really?
And then he said something that a president should never say.
The experts like Nancy Pelosi, who was telling everybody to come down to Chinatown or whatever part of San Francisco she wanted them to frequent to spend their money. That kind of advice, where everybody was saying, hey, it's business as usual. There's nothing wrong here. Nothing to see. Move it along. This is a Chinese situation. We don't have to worry about it, including St. Fauci of DCC saying the exact same thing.
He said, I don't take responsibility at all.
No responsibility.
No leadership.
No responsibility.
He still doesn't have a plan.
You believe this? People accusing Donald Trump of not taking responsibility when their hero, their idol, practically their god, Barack Obama, not once took responsibility for anything. Not in the entire 8 years. Everything bad that happened was George W. Bush's fault. They're just cleaning up that mess. Not once did that man be a stand-up guy and say, yeah, I screwed up.
Yeah, including
not once.
Pandemics. He was supposed to restock the masks. Remember, he had the local business here in Texas ready to go with a government contract, and the Obama administration was like, nah, we don't need masks.
The guy could be caught red-handed and was on Fast and Furious. Whose problem was that? He blamed it on George W. Bush. That was started by the previous administration. No, it wasn't. No, it absolutely wasn't, you lying sack. Not once did he ever take responsibility, and that was a big theme last night, that Donald Trump doesn't take responsibility for his actions.
Donald Trump just doesn't understand. We can't fix our economy until we get a hold of the virus.
Okay. We can't fix the economy until we get hold. That doesn't matter when it happens. Could happen in 2025. Okay, now we finally got hold of the virus. Let's do something about. Wait, what? Everybody's dead from the economic disaster that resulted? Huh. Oh well. I mean, we couldn't get a hold of it until we got a hold of the virus. Jeez. Here's some of what Bill Clinton had to say last night at the DNC.
Donald Trump says we're leading the world. Well, we are the only major industrial economy to have its unemployment rate tripled. At a time like this, the Oval Office should be a command center. Instead, it's a storm center.
Oh, wait.
There's only chaos. Just one thing never changes.
What's that?
His determination to deny responsibility and shift the blame.
There we go.
Shift
the
blame.
buck never stops there.
Yeah.
Now you have to decide.
Okay.
Whether to renew his contract or hire someone else.
Yeah, I'm going to renew his contract.
If you want a president who defines the job as spending hours a day watching TV and zapping people on social.
Okay.
It's too much. It's just too much. Stop the madness.
This guy talking about how the Oval Office should be used. That's very.
Again, on the very day where that photograph is released with him and that 22-year-old girl. Rubbing his shoulders, making googly eyes. They're holding each other. They've got their arms around each other in one of the shots. But no, he doesn't know anything about that. I don't know. I took a few trips to Africa with him, but never stopped along the way for any kind of pleasure like that. Okay. It's embarrassing. They're such terrible liars now because the evidence is just right in front of our face, and they continue to lie. They tell you what you're seeing, you're not really seeing. So,
well, he only got 5 minutes last night, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they're keeping them all pretty short, but I don't think they like him anymore.
No.
I think they're pretty done with him, and it was probably he'd already gotten the invite, and now we've got this new evidence, and they're like, well, we're kind of stuck now. Just put him in there.
Yeah.
Democrats don't care anyway. Put him in there.
I'm reading Vox's winners and losers from last night, and Bill Clinton, definitely a loser, and it's because of the appearance with the Me Too stuff going on.
I bet.
Yeah.
Another loser. This is from CNN though. Does Vox have Chuck Schumer as a loser too?
I don't see Chucky on this
I
list.
could just imagine the ever media aware Senate Majority Leader setting up the shot, except he's not Majority Leader, he's Minority Leader.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Statue of Liberty in the background for his speech, except that the statue was so blurry that you could barely recognize it.
Oh, we got to find a picture of this.
I love that the planned symbolism of the shot was ruined by the need for a wider aperture to light it. That's great.
No.
Plus, his babbling was just idiocy as well. Just sheer, unadulterated stupidity. Here's a little bit from Chucky.
Democrats must take back the Senate.
We
Why?
will stay united, from Sanders and Warren to Manchin and Warner. And with our unity, we will bring bold and dramatic change to our country.
Bold without the
Let me
bold.
tell you some of the things we do.
Tell me.
With President Biden, Vice President Harris, and a Democratic majority, we will make health care affordable for all.
Wait a minute. So what happened to Obamacare? Wasn't that the Democrat president and the majority in both houses making health care affordable for all? We did that 10 years ago, Democrats. So now you're just admitting that Obamacare sucks. Obamacare failed. It's a total and complete failure. And now you're trying to shop the same line of bull crap to the American people. That's unbelievable.
Seriously.
Wait a minute. You already took care of health care. We have the greatest health care now in the world with Obamacare. What do you mean you're going to do affordable health care for all?
Is there a government fix that doesn't serve as an excuse for a future government fix?
Not that I know of.
Seriously. God.
With no self-awareness whatsoever. He doesn't even blink when he says it. Do you have to be reminded about what you did in 2009? Wow. Because that was a big deal that we tried to stop and told you it wasn't going to help. And it hasn't. And now you're doing it again. And we're just supposed to roll over and play dead and say, oh, okay, this time. This time, they'll get it. We're not all Jeffy here. Okay?
Wait.
18. Thank you, Chucky Schumer. 18. Milk.
I'm glad
That's
he's
how stupid you have to be.
already in the building. May go home. Yeah.
Come on. That was my breaking point. I had to turn it off for a while and then come back to it later because I just could. It just blood shot from my eyes.
Okay, well, there's plenty of hockey on right now. If you'd like to, it's not too late to start watching that.
I'm almost desperate enough. Almost. Not quite, though. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Then we got the wonderful, the lovely, the talented Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Fidelity and gratitude to a mass people's movement working to establish 21st century social, economic, and human rights, including guaranteed health care, higher education,
Thought we already
living
had that again.
wages, and labor rights for all people in the United States.
I see. Okay.
A movement striving to recognize and repair the wounds of racial injustice.
Is that what's going on right now? we are repairing wounds right now? We're doing quite the opposite. We're opening huge gashes in the American psyche right now. We're causing deeper, much deeper wounds.
Colonization, misogyny, and homophobia.
Okay.
And to propose and build reimagined systems of immigration and foreign policy that turn away from the violence and xenophobia of our past. A movement that realizes the unsustainable brutality of an economy that rewards explosive inequalities of wealth.
Wow. Talking about capitalism there, of course. This whole thing is about replacing capitalism with socialism.
For the few, at the expense of long-term stability for the many, and who organized a historic grassroots campaign to reclaim our democracy. In a time when millions of people in the United States are looking for deep, systemic solutions to our crises of mass evictions, unemployment, and lack of health care, and el espíritu del pueblo, and out of a love for all people.
I'm sorry, wait, what? Lack of health care? What's wrong with you people? We've got the wonderful Obamacare that you brought us.
I hereby second the nomination of Senator Bernard Sanders of Vermont.
Wait, who?
For President of the United States of America.
What happened now?
That's what everybody was like.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait, what? What happened now? Did I get turned around here? I thought this was about Biden. No, you're nominating Bernie Sanders? Okay. I guess that's a procedural thing that they do so he can get his agenda on the platform. Blah, blah,
and it
blah,
was
blah, blah.
after he had clinched, which I hope we play the moment that he clinched last night because that was electric.
Oh, yeah, I got to. Go ahead and roll the big clinching because this is such a surprise.
Look at
He
Delaware.
is a leader made for this moment and the finest public servant I've ever known.
Tom Carper.
Delaware is proud to cast its 32 votes for our favorite son and our next president.
Our friend, Delaware, Joe Biden.
Look, watch this.
Our friend.
Look at the look on Biden's face. Oh, look. It's like a long delay. You. I don't know that they can see you when you point at the TV. Joe.
Oh, we're celebrating good times. Come on. Yeah.
Wow, that is electric. Look at it, man.
You have chills? I've got chills right now.
This platform, he's genuinely scared when they shoot off the confetti behind him and stuff.
Are they in a library?
Yeah, I guess, right? I don't know. I didn't get the setup of where they were, but
look how happy everybody is. They're so happy.
This platform and the delay only amplifies his distant, lost look.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And now we just stand here awkward, and I pull my pant leg down a little bit, button my coat.
Our delegation.
You're welcome.
I'm pleased to announce
Yeah.
that Vice President Joe Biden has officially been nominated by the Democratic Party as our candidate for President of the United States. Vice President Biden is hereby invited to deliver.
He's invited to come and speak on Thursday.
Who saw that coming? Anybody see that coming? I didn't see that.
Very, very much. From the bottom of my heart, thank you all.
You're welcome.
It means the world to me and my family. And I'll see you on Thursday. Thank you. Thank you.
No, Joe, thank you.
Wait, where's your mask, Joe? Huh? Now put yours back on, Joe. Set a good example. And all these people on Zoom. Thought we were supposed to set a good example. Put our mask on when
she
we were
doesn't
at
have
home.
one on either.
And that was Wisconsin.
I like the person with the No Malarkey t-shirt on.
Yeah,
behind it too.
that didn't quite catch on the way they hoped.
So today. So now.
Look at all these fun, average Americans, just like you and me. There you go. Now you got your mask on, I see. You know, the Hawaii delegation, that guy needs Wi-Fi help. They had a shot on the beach someone was pointing out. Do we have the still shot of the Hawaii beach? You got some U.S. Soldiers dressed up in full uniform back there. Look at this. And then someone was pointing out DOD regulation says you can't wear a uniform at a
political thing.
Yeah.
Which that's a political thing.
What, a convention?
Kind of hard to say that's anything but political. It's a tough one. All right, let me take a minute and tell you about Keeps, because losing your hair really sucks and you don't have to anymore. That's where Keeps comes in. Keeps offers the two FDA, the only two FDA approved hair loss products, and they're the generic versions, so they're a lot less expensive than the brand name was. They save you a fortune, and you can do this really conveniently and really easily in the comfort and privacy of your own home. Just go online, answer a few questions, snap some pictures of your hair, then post all of that, and a doctor will review it all and then recommend the right FDA-approved hair loss treatment for you. And in 90% of cases, men's hair loss stops. About 2/3 see regrowth, too. So this can really help improve your disposition once you see that you don't have to worry about that anymore. Go to keeps.com/Pat. We want you to get started so much that we're going to give you 50% off your first order. Keeps.com/Pat for 50% off.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
So that was some exciting stuff last night. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited about the affordable healthcare thing. I don't know why we haven't dealt with that in the past. You know,
you'd think that would have been at the top of the list.
Mm-hmm. Couple of things that they're pushing really hard. The affordable healthcare is great, and then my concern about the post office is such that I hope they can just stop the tragic destruction of the postal service.
Yeah, apparently Americans aren't on board with you because ratings on Monday night were down 28% from a year ago. Just so you know.
No, were they really?
They were.
Oh, darn it.
Wanted to make sure you knew that.
Maybe they're back up because last night was electric. Last night was so good that I'm sure people tuned in just feeling. Even if they weren't seeing it, they were feeling it, and they knew they had to be a part of it, so they ran to their nearest connection and jumped right into the DNC Night 2 convention. So good.
A lot of people weren't tuning in. I forgot what the number was, but it was really bad. The lowest, I can't remember what the number was, but on Joe Biden's Twitter feed watching the convention,
yeah,
it was not impressive. I just remember that. I can't remember what the number was when I checked it, but yeah.
He creates no excitement.
Yeah.
Let's face it. Everybody knows that they're not excited about Joe Biden. They tried to present it. He's a decent man. He's a good man. He's a nice man. He's been around a long time, man. But nobody has...
He's been around a long time, man.
But nobody has anything really glowing to say about him.
No, and it's funny. CNN asked Biden voters, are you voting for Biden or against Trump? 38% said for Biden. 67%
oh my gosh
of Trump voters said they were for Trump. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now,
so the passion's obviously with Trump.
With Trump, right. Well, when that question was asked in 1984, this is Eddie Zipper who posted this. When that question was asked in 1984, Mondale was at 44%. Remember, Biden's people were 38%.
Mm-hmm.
Less enthusiastic than Mondale voters.
Wow.
Reagan support among Republicans his voters were 70%, which is similar to Trump's 67%. So obviously
really
the
close.
base of Trump,
really close.
Very similar to Reagan's 84 base as far as enthusiasm. Same with Biden and Mondale.
And again, we can't lose it.
Right, and remember,
can't lose this election.
What did Mondale win? Minnesota and D.C.? That was it.
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
Right.
Let's hope it's Delaware and D.C. for Joe. Wow. That would be fun.
Yes, it would. and that would end all the bull crap about a stolen election. If it's that big a disparity, a victory, then yeah, it won't be, but that'd be great. Because both sides are setting this up. Again, I mean, the Democrats spend all day, every day, trying to tell people that if we lose, they cheated. And unfortunately, President Trump kind of said the same thing. If the only way we can lose is if they cheat. Yeah, can we not do that, please? I'd really like to have a peaceful transition. But they're setting us up.
Dylan just messaged me. Tim Pool is a podcaster. He had 45,000 viewers last night during the DNC convention, while the DNC's live stream had 55,000 viewers.
Oh, my gosh.
So, in other words,
wow.
You think, I got to watch the DNC convention. I'm going to go to the DNC stream, 55,000. Meanwhile, Tim Pool's probably mocking it, I would imagine. 45,000 people tuning in there. So there's no enthusiasm on the left, obviously.
All right, let's show you this campaign ad. If political ads were really honest, this is kind of what they'd be like.
Hi, I'm Clint Webb, and I'm running for Senate. I have a short cropped haircut, a pretty enough yet accessible looking wife, and a newborn baby that I've dressed in a suit to prove to you that I mean business. For the last 15 years, I've lived my life in such a bland, uncontroversial, and repressed manner that it's almost unnatural. Why? Because I've been preparing to be your representative since I was a child. Most well-adjusted, sane men would be hesitant to take a job where their decisions would so drastically affect the lives of so many. But not me. I possess a sort of sociopathic narcissism that makes me think that I should be in charge of everyone. But all of that needs to start here at home, in this beautiful state that I've grown to love since I moved here 18 months ago. Together, we can piggyback some of our state's legitimate needs onto my unquenchable lust for self-glorification. And that's a promise.
Okay. Nice.
Here's an unflattering picture of my opponent. Here's a quote of his taken out of context.
Eat the United States.
And one more thing. I have a dog. I enlisted in the military for the minimum amount of time in a position that would never see combat. Why? Well, because it would help me be your senator. I don't make friends. I make acquaintances. All of my motives are ulterior. I'm self-involved to the point of psychosis. My soul is terrifying. And that's leadership. So this November, let's send Washington a message.
Okay.
And what is that message? Hey,
Me.
Clint Webb. Very inspirational. That's a powerful ad.
Thank you, Amy, for sitting that one over.
Yeah,
Amy, what's her face?
That's fun. Overnight, the Wall Street clawed back into. I think they gained back all the losses that they had since COVID-19 started.
Yeah, the S&P, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the S&P. The Dow is not quite there, but it's just a little bit under the pre-COVID numbers. But the frenzied losses unleashed by the virus have been made up by the S&P 500, closed at an all-time high yesterday, gaining 0.2%, 3389.78, which surpasses the previous high right before the whole COVID situation.
Well, then.
So.
I mean, that's one indicator.
One indicator. The stock market's sprint back to an all-time high also means that the gut-wrenching, nearly 34% plunge for the S&P 500 from February 19th to March 23rd was the quickest bear market on record, clocking in at just 1 month. The average bear market takes 19.6 months to bottom out.
Wow.
Doesn't that tell you that, I don't know, either the stock market is based on nothing,
but hold on,
pixie dust, or we're headed for a recovery here.
So we were here,
yes,
right? And then
we went down,
pandemic went here,
and
now we're back up
looks
here.
very much like a V recovery.
Okay, then.
Which is what was foretold by the President of the United States. There's going to be no V recovery here. Huh, that kind of looks like I don't know, a V.
It's not.
I mean, I'm no expert on letters. It's just that, to me, and maybe it's just me, that looks like a V.
Well, I mean, it could be the lighting or the angle that you're
yes.
at over there. And
right.
But it looks similar.
So great.
God.
So, and then the Dow Jones was at 27,700, I think, 27,700.
Check your upper right drawer. Remember how I said I wrote down a little yellow Post-it note over there with some stock numbers? Is that still in that little cheat sheet?
No, it is not.
Of course it's not.
No, of course.
Why would it still be there?
You wouldn't want
that. I wrote down the numbers right around the pandemic.
Oh,
so we could
when
keep
it crashed?
Yeah.
So we could. Yeah, I know it was at 29,000 and now it's at 27,700. So we're really close.
But it had gone down to.
It was down to 18,000.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. I didn't want to color that. Yeah, I was thinking it was 18 something.
And people were in a total panic. They're like, "Oh my gosh, this could go down to 6." Nope.
Go down to 6. No.
Nope. And there were people that were saying not 6,000, but 6.
Like, yeah. Like, no, we're talking 6 points.
Yes.
The Dow Jones closed at 6 today on early trading.
That's an announcement you don't want to hear.
No.
I guarantee you that. That would be one of the worst economic announcements in the history of this planet. So anyway, we're almost right back there. And President Trump is actually promising, what was it he said yesterday or the day before? The biggest... wait and see, because this fall, you're going to see the biggest GNP numbers in the history of the country.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Okay.
Well, if that's true, that's amazing. I mean, we went down a lot, so there's a lot of room to recover, but still, it's a big statement to make that we're going to see the best GDP numbers in history. All right. Well, I'll take it. If
I will
that's true.
say that he's been more accurate than Dr. Fauci over the last few months.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. And he's talking about bringing back unemployment numbers like the likes of which we've never seen, which, again, there's a lot of room for improvement there. So that's part of it. But still, if we're in a massive recovery this fall, that can't do anything but help him right now. That's a good indicator that we don't put this in the hands of somebody. We stick with the devil we know, right? I mean, even if you don't like him, you're like, stick with the devil we know.
Oh, you want to clarify that a little bit?
Yeah, not that he's a devil.
Okay.
It's just that we're used to it, and even if you're not excited about him being president,
all politicians are devils on one level or another.
Right. All right. We're going to check in with Jeffy and Chew the Fat next.
Pat Gray, the Blaze Radio Network.
888-900-3393. And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Joined now by Jeff Fisher. Jeffy is here to chew the fat.
Thank you. How are you?
Oh, yeah, perfect.
I'm enjoying the convention as much as you.
You too?
Oh man.
This could go on for weeks.
I wish it would.
For my money.
I wish it would, but darn the luck. It's only a couple more days.
Night.
I know, a couple more days. That's it.
Darn.
I know.
Dang.
And while the big news is maybe the networks are seeing the ratings drop. I mean, every app in the world is streaming the convention. So I mean, those numbers. I don't know that I trust nobody watching.
No, you're right. If you get them all together, I'll bet there's over 17 people watching. Could be 18. Could be 18 people watching.
Okay, I'm just telling you, every
exciting.
App in the world has their special Democratic convention click, man. It's
they do.
agonizing.
Like I was wondering what channel they were going to be on because, this our job
I know.
to watch this. So, all the places you can see it. I mean, it's
incredible
everywhere.
And the talk of my favorite was just if you go to Amazon.com, just search. You don't have to search. If you log into your Roku or your Amazon, it's smack dab in your face.
Yeah,
right there. Hey, convention!
Please watch us.
In fact, you can't watch anything else until you click on the convention. It's incredible.
It is.
Anyway, and you can stop complaining too. Pat Gray. I'm sick of hearing it, but you're getting your Fast Times at Ridgemont High remake. Okay? Stop yapping about it. Well, it's kind of a remake. I mean, it's a virtual table read of the classic Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, I know.
AF.
Think Jennifer Aniston, Brad Pitt, Julia Roberts, Morgan Freeman, Matthew McConaughey. I mean, Shia LaDouche was going to star at the table read.
Shia
LaDouche. Huh. That's his name, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Sean Penn, though, is not going to be reprising the role of Spicoli. I know. I mean,
darn it.
He's one of the companies that they're performing it for. He's like one of the founders, and he's not going to participate in the table read. But he did say that he's confident in the new guy. So apparently he's too good. And if that's not enough, you can stop your whining. There's going to be a film based on the classic action series Knight Rider. And I know you've been clamoring
for that.
And now they're talking about a film. There was the original movie that set up the 82 to 86 series, Knight Rider, on NBC with David Hasselhoff. The original 2-hour movie was great.
NBC Monday Night at the Movies returns following these messages.
Knight Rider, the 2-hour movie spectacular, crashes into your living room.
I don't believe this.
Don't miss Knight Rider the movie, Sunday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
You do not get those days back.
No. Let's hope.
Not get those days.
Whoa.
Wow.
Let's hope.
Does that look bad or what?
It's awesome.
I was hoping they would bring back Night Boat. That was a cartoon on The Simpsons. Night Boat.
Not familiar with it.
It was a talking boat, and it would solve crime. I don't know.
Cool.
Disney confirms its first bisexual lead character.
Yes.
That's good too, right?
Who is
Night Boat?
Also multicultural. So the Owl House
a lot of diversity
series,
there.
The Owl House series, the 14-year-old Dominican American girl.
Yeah.
Look, she's not Disney's first LGBTQ character.
No, she's not.
Pixar features a gay main character in the short film on Disney Plus entitled Out.
But this is the first lead character.
Right? For a television series, right? And then it's a riveting show. It's talking about how the Dominican American girl follows her adventure to becoming a witch, even though she does not have any magical abilities. So.
Okay.
And we did have now there and the first real big gay character was in 2019, way back in 2019, in May, the PBS animated series Arthur.
All right.
Episode Mr. Ratburn and the Special Someone. The title character's third grade teacher marries another male character. It's a brand new world. This show has been on for 23 seasons. This Arthur P.S. 23 seasons. Whew. Incredible.
Yeah, and the Owl House. I'd say Walt Disney's got to be really proud right now. He's got to be very, very proud that this is a series for children, and that they're on the invading edge? Their psyches like this. Yeah, it's great. That's great. Why does sex enter into it at all? Anybody's sex, heterosexual, homosexual. You shouldn't be doing sexual characters for children. It's despicable. This is just despicable. Congratulations, Disney.
Yes, congratulations. That's what I was saying. Congratulations.
Walt Disney just exploded in his casket or in his freezer.
Yeah, I was going
to
say, just his head, right?
Yeah.
As long as we're on entertainment, let's head over to Netflix. We've all seen the regular Netflix sounders, like this one. And then, the one that we mostly see now is this one. Right? But they wanted to, they said, well, that one's too short. But everyone knows that it's Netflix. So since they're releasing original films in cinemas now, they wanted something to represent the cinematic setting. And who do you call? No, not Ghostbusters.
Oh.
No.
That was mine.
Hans Zimmer, the Academy Award-winning composer. That guy's done like over 150 films. He's composed for. This is incredible. Won an Academy Award. And I don't know what they paid Hans, but for whatever they paid him, for the movie mood, a symphonic version of the sound set people up for the longer experience, Hans gives us this.
What? Start the show already! No!
I like it.
Huh.
Too long.
Yeah, it's too long.
But not for the movie. Not in the movies. I mean, that's what it's for. It's just for you go to see a movie that's produced by Netflix.
They're not doing that on the streaming service?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But Netflix, Netflix movies might have it.
It's pretty good, though.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
I know. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
And driver's license photos. At their best, they're not good. But one Tennessee woman is, she's been laughing at an error at the old DMV, which doesn't happen often. The laughter I'm talking about, errors happen, of course, at the DMV, but just not this kind of error. Jade Christian Dodd renewed her license in Hickman County, Tennessee, and it came in the mail, and she opened it up, and she was surprised at the picture that showed up on her ID. It was an empty chair.
Oh, that's good.
Could have been worse.
I kind of like that.
Could have been a lot worse. They didn't believe it when she told them, but then they said, look, you renewed your driver's license online. The chair was the last thing that was on the website, and we're sorry. Sorry.
Does she have to go stand in line again at the DMV?
Yes, we got your picture. We got your picture, and we've given you a new one. Sorry. Look. She provided us an actual photo, and we are addressing this internally. So sorry.
So that's not a good likeness of her then?
I guess not.
Okay.
No, I guess not.
So she does not look like a chair.
It could have been a lot worse, right?
Yeah,
it could have been. Oof.
Yeah.
So as I was scrolling around Instagram the last few days, and I see one of the things that I see was, you should subscribe to my podcast, Chewing the Fat. Really is the first thing that I saw on Instagram. Unlike so much in the world, it's still free. And you can enjoy it, Chewing the Fat, with yours truly, Jeff Fisher. So just
you've worked really hard to keep it free.
Wherever you listen to your podcast,
good for you.
Whatever platform you want to use, just subscribe to Chewing the Fat. And
you're feeling pressure to charge for it, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh man, they're coming down on him like crazy.
I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Wow. You keep putting more and more pressure on me.
I know. You're just standing firm. That's awesome.
Man of the people.
Let me take 60 seconds before we get back into Chewing the Fat and tell you about Bills.com. Because being in debt really sucks. Credit cards, student loans, mortgages. Doesn't matter what kind of debt. Being in debt just is terrible. So there is a way to defeat your debt, thanks to Bills.com. If you're losing sleep over maxed out credit cards, you're stressed out thinking about your mortgage payments, your student loans, Bills.com can help you take back control of your life. The first step to lowering your monthly payments and becoming debt-free is to get a free debt assessment. It only takes a few minutes, And it could save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars every month, from debt settlement to personal loan consolidation to student loans or even mortgage refinancing. Bills.com has you covered. Take the first step to defeating your debt. There's nothing more stressful than this, and you're thinking about it all the time. Get your free debt assessment today. Go to bills.com/unleashed. That's bills.com/unleashed and get some peace of mind.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
So, as I said, well, you should subscribe to Chewing the Fat, but I was scrolling around Instagram, and I see where Brittany and Brianna Slayers announced this week that they are both expecting. And why is that an exciting announcement, you ask?
Why is that an exciting announcement?
They're twins, married to twins.
Oh, wow.
And the couples met in 2017 at the annual Twins Days Festival in Twinsburg, Ohio. The brothers proposed to the sisters at Virginia's Twin Lakes State Park.
Oh, this gets cuter every moment.
And they were married by the twin ministers at the same festival
adorable.
1 year later. And the brides were wearing identical dresses and veils, and the brothers' grooms, Josh and Jeremy, dressed in identical tuxedos. And TLC even made a TV special out of the event, Our Twinsane Wedding. No word if they're having twins from twins, but they posted the, David Hasselhoff all over the Chewing the Fat today with Knight Rider and Baywatch. We're expecting a baby watch with the twins. So, no, it'd be, what if one has twins and one doesn't? Well, I mean, they both need to have twins, right? I mean, they have to. Twins on Twins Live. No, that's not one of my sites. Anyway, never mind. I'm not sure where the twins live, but a study found that the correlation between how long a marriage lasts and where a couple chooses to live. So they examined marriage and divorce rates 10-year span from 2009 to 2018. So pre-pandemic, right? I mean, we still have the pandemic coming out of lockdown divorces to worry about, well, no matter where you live. But I want to go on record. You can quote me on this. Divorce is not fun. I know.
Wow.
I know.
That's a powerful statement. Thank
you,
Jeff.
According to this, divorce rates around the country are actually on a decline, according to this. They've decreased by 20%, according to this study. And there was no, changing gender roles have been suspected to play a huge factor. Couples may be married and sticking it out more rather than divorcing. Less people choosing to get married, that kind of thing. But the Centers for National Health Statistics tell us the states that are most likely to get a divorce or have a higher rate than a divorce. Number 5, Oklahoma. Number 4, Utah. Number 3, Wyoming.
These are high rate of divorce?
High rate of divorce, yeah. Number 2, Arkansas. And number 1, Nevada, the number 1 state. You're likely to get a divorce is Nevada. Now, the good state, Illinois. Really surprising. Weird. Texas is in the middle. And they're, look.
More people get married in those states. That's why the divorce rate's higher.
Very possible.
Probably.
Yeah, very possible. And, I said earlier I was, searching around on Instagram, and I see on candy hunting, I know I ended up on candy hunting, the Brox has a new holiday fun bag that looks good, doesn't it? Turkey dinner candy corn. Yum.
Oh, my gosh.
Yum. Green beans, roasted turkey, cranberry sauce, ginger glazed carrot, sweet potato pie, and stuffing.
No, thank you.
I love this. Candy hunting brings you the very latest in junk food news.
I didn't...
Never heard of it.
That's why I was searching there. While it doesn't sound that good...
No, it doesn't.
I'll try it.
Yeah?
Sure, why not?
We should get him in here.
I know. We'll do a taste test on one of our social medias for the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever said the phrase, I'm not trying that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I've said the phrase.
Quoting someone else.
I don't know that I've ever acted on it. But, I have said the phrase.
Mm-hmm.
When you drive around and you think to yourself, if I was homeless, I could live there. And you just, wherever you drive around, you see, a particular, park area, overpasses, overgrown property, certain complexes. You think, I could live there. Well, a Florida man moved into an empty ballpark. That's a good idea. Mm-hmm. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Al Lang Stadium in St. Petersburg, and I've been to Al Lang many times. They play soccer there now with the Tampa Bay Rowdies, but it was a baseball park for years. It's right on the water, downtown St. Pete. It's beautiful. And, right across the street from the Salvador Dali Museum. Anyway, St. Petersburg.
A lot of stuff to do if you're homeless.
Yes.
Right there.
But he moved into a luxury suite.
Wow.
In the stadium. He lived there for a couple of weeks. Yeah. Food, drinks, team merchandise.
I'm telling you, there's starting to be photos of these minor league stadiums that aren't being used. They're getting overrun with weeds and stuff.
And the workers went into one of the suites that he was staying in, and they found blankets, razors, shaving cream.
Nice.
Other items in the suite. And the workers were like, clearly somebody's living here. Yeah, no kidding. Thank you. And he took, while it was closed, he went into the team merchandise store.
Oh, no.
Took the clothes, took food. Apparently, he got a little over $1,000 worth of team merchandise. So what's that, a jersey? And $250 worth of drinks, couple of cups.
Okay.
And so he's still in jail because he's homeless. He can't foot the bill for the $5,000 bail. I love the arrest, though. He was charged on burglary and resisting an officer without violence. Are we seriously going to charge this guy with that? Resisting is that saying, no, don't arrest me, please? Is that resisting without violence?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard that charge before.
What is that? Yeah,
we're just tacking that on.
Yeah.
It's like your blinker doesn't work either. I'm putting that on your ticket too. I don't know. It just seems a little pressed. Do we have time for the Bigfoot lady? No, we don't. Darn the luck. Oh well.
The Bigfoot lady?
Yeah, the Bigfoot lady in Idaho.
What about her?
Well, she's finding all kinds of Bigfoot stories in Idaho. We ought to talk to Glenn about this too, because it's all over Idaho.
Okay.
Maybe you could go. I don't know. You could go to eastidahonews.com and
check it out.
Find the stories.
All right.
Every day I do that.
Or just
Pat Gray Unleashed on the Blaze Radio Network. Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Okay, thing one we have to deal with. Chad Prather, stinking liar.
Liar.
He's a liar.
Liar.
What happened?
On that promo, he claims that there's new merch designs every single day. It's a bald-faced lie,
sure.
Chad.
There's plenty of
there's
plenty
a
of
lot,
merchandise.
I'm sure, yes. But every single day, no. Liar.
That's unacceptable, Chad Prather.
We can't let him get away with it. I refuse. I will not.
This is the Blaze. The truth lives here.
Thank you. There is not a new design every single day. That's just not. No, that's not possible. Maybe there's a lot of them, but not every day. All right. Got some tweets here at Pat Unleashed. Zelda, Lil Bird 10, tweets new distraction on Pat Gray Unleashed. Behind Jeffy, on the wall by those pipes. This is not new. It's been there for.
Yeah. I think maybe the shot's wider today. Or
says
something.
Fisher Sewage Works, panel 18.
Yeah, that's been there for a while.
Yeah, it's just a long time, maybe a year.
Yeah, quite a while.
But still, you just noticed it, or maybe the camera just caught it.
I think they're needing to widen the shot for me. And so they finally.
Why would that be?
I don't know. It's just so they can see the panel. So you can see the panel.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, it has nothing to do with your girth.
Whoa!
Right?
Whoa!
No, I just said it doesn't have. I don't know why it would have to do with that.
Okay,
I just wanted to make it clear that that's not what we're saying.
That's not why the camera had to.
Right.
In fact, we had to knock out a wall, pull the camera back into the other room, and therefore get the shot.
That was just to get the shot.
Just to get the shot, so you can see the joke.
Right.
That's another lie.
Yes.
So you can see the joke of Fisher Sewage Works.
And from Stacksalicious. If America is truly in the crisis that the left believes, wouldn't they be willing to walk through fire to go vote? Yeah. Their democracy must not be that important. And if I had to hear about American democracy one more time last night, that's why they do it.
What's so funny, I forgot where I saw this headline, but you talk about how they're protesting the postal service and not being able to vote by mail and all this stuff. And it was something like a group of liberals meet in person to protest against voting in person. Think about that one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Asinine. Everything they do is asinine. All right. 888-900-3393. There may be a little bit of a shift in the fall air as far as football is concerned. It's a little cooler today, yes.
It is?
Did you say it was 60 at your house? That's
60
crazy.
degrees
60?
out at my place.
Wow.
That's good. It's
That's
August.
really good because it's usually in the 80s, like the low 80s when we get up in the morning and humid. So, I mean, it feels like middle of the day.
I mean, it's been in the hundreds every day.
Yeah. The day I get back from Colorado where I was waking up and it was routinely 54 degrees, I woke up the next morning, it was 84 degrees here and at 3 a.m.
Right. Yeah, not pleasant. It's just not pleasant. But anyway, there's a bit of a change in the fall air. Here's a little look at which conferences are set to play this fall right now. Check this out.
We're headed to the 2020 football season.
The ACC and the SEC.
I'm in the car.
Oh, Big 12.
Big 12 gets in the car with them.
No matter what happens, we do this together.
Together.
Well, I have to ask Texas first, but assuming that goes well, then yeah, together.
That's really funny.
Hey,
Guy
what's
from the
going
AAC.
on? Your boy AAC here. 2020 season, here we come. Oh yeah, I think we're all full up. I don't need much room. I just got my bag, my 2017 National Championship trophy. I brought my own ratchet straps. You can just tie me down to the top. We should exchange numbers. I'd love to be on those Power 5 conference calls, please.
That's awesome.
That's funny. Actually,
really
it's not
funny.
that funny. It's so true. I mean, that's how anybody who's not in a Power 5 conference is.
I'd love to be on those calls.
Just include us, please. Can you just include us in some stuff? Maybe get an email every once in a while from
We'd
you
like
guys.
to be in a bigger bowl than we can.
Hey, one of those $16 million bowls might be fun to play in someday. How about it? I mean, what do we have to be?
We want to stop paying you guys to play you. We want to stop paying you guys to play. Okay.
Okay, so there's rumblings now that the Big Ten, there's a big rumor, the Big Ten is going to reverse themselves, and they're going to play the season now.
We'll see.
They've been shown up by the SEC, the ACC, and by the Big 12.
And the
AAC.
AAC.
And the AAC. And I don't think they can handle it. I think they're a little embarrassed, and they should be. They should be. So the sissies in the Pac-12 probably won't join them.
No way. I don't think they will. I think the Pac-12 stands strong on not playing.
But the Big Ten, I mean, that's the big rumor, right? That sometime this week they're going to make an announcement that reverses the decision?
Yeah, there's this one guy, Sir Yacht, on Twitter, and he has been making predictions all week that by the end of this week, the Big Ten will announce that they're going to play this fall.
And we don't know who this guy is, right?
No, and I mean he talks about in his tweets that, look, I'm new at this reporting thing. He's got a source. He's had hold on. He's had a sports. I'm a Nebraska fan. This is the only hope I have, Jeffy. Laugh it off. But this one sports writer guy says, I vouch for him. I know his source. Now this kid's going out and making a prediction and saying that Kevin Warren, the Big Ten commissioner, is going to resign. Said there's a 75% chance that he resigns, according to his source.
Wow.
And here's the latest. The latest. Big Ten teams are waiting for everyone to sign off on restart to make an official announcement, per source. Big Ten teams yet to sign off include Michigan, Wisconsin, Maryland, and Rutgers. So it sounds like you have 10 teams that have already signed off on this.
That's interesting.
And
I've got a source too.
Okay, here we go.
I've got a source too.
All right, here we go. Shoot it down.
The Big Ten commissioner's secretary,
Here we are.
her pool boy, told me that if they decide to play football again, the commissioner's going to resign. So
really?
Yeah, I got a source.
Where do you cross paths with the Big Ten commissioner secretary's pool boy? Where do you guys?
He and I get coffee at the same place. Yeah.
Huh.
But
that's weird that the Big Ten.
I know.
Commissioner's wife, pool boy,
secretary
lives. Secretary
pool boy
lives here. That's
I didn't say that she lived here.
Okay, well,
where do you get coffee?
Divulging my sources.
All right.
Do you go to Chicago to get coffee every day?
I mean, I hope
we got nothing.
True.
We've got nothing, man.
I hope it's true.
We got to have something to hold on
When
to.
the first, absolutely do I want football 100%, but I've said all along it's not going to happen, and I still believe. They're already closing down schools.
It's happening.
They're already closing down schools.
They closed Notre Dame. And
Notre Dame, they didn't send anybody
else.
home. North Carolina, right? North Carolina said go home. But I think Notre Dame said are keeping the students on campus for now.
Dang.
But they're not letting them go to class. So when you get a couple of outbreaks, they're just going to shut it down.
By the way, proud Mr. Graybeard, who is also a proud pathead, tweets out that shop.blazemedia.com doesn't have used gear. So it does have new gear every day.
See, that's not what we're talking about.
I understand that's not what you're talking about. That's what proud
nice
Mr.
way to try to work that.
Mr. Graybeard.
Chad. Just a Chad apologist.
Mr. Graybeard, Chad Prather.
Yeah, apologist.
account.
Burner account.
By the way, BYU picked up their 5th game of the year.
All right. That's
Army.
Exciting.
Yeah, we're playing Army too.
When does your
Army's
season
pretty
begin?
good.
Yeah.
When's your season start?
September 7th on Labor Day against Navy.
That's like
You might get one in. Might maybe get one in.
Oh, wait. Would you
Now,
stop?
come on. Will you stop?
Yeah, what?
They're going to play all games.
Okay.
Every game they can reschedule, they're going to play.
All right.
Okay.
I believe that to be true.
Yeah.
Just not this year.
Okay, I'm going to slap you. I'm going to dog slap you in about half a second.
What is a dog slap?
You don't want to know.
No,
it's just too. It's
I don't want to
brutal.
know. I don't want to know either. So it's okay.
Is it different than a regular slap?
Yes,
Yes.
it's much different. It's
It's a dog slap.
much more severe. But also, speaking of sports, there was a weird thing the other night with the Texas Rangers in baseball against the San Diego Padres.
Mm-hmm.
It was it late in the game? What inning was it?
It was the top of the 8th, and it
Okay,
was...
it's 10-4.
Mm-hmm.
Padres, right? Bases are loaded.
Yep.
One of the Padres comes up to bat. His count is 3-0.
3-0. 3 balls.
Where
no
you would
strikes.
normally take the pitch, right? You would
Right.
normally just
Yeah.
let it go by, and
You're
hopefully
supposed to.
you walk
3-0,
and
you're
you walk
supposed
in
to.
a run.
Put the bat on your shoulder. 3-0.
But you don't have to. And there's no law that says you should.
Well, baseball law.
Baseball law.
There's no baseball law that
It's an
says never swing.
unwritten rule, Pat.
It's whether or not your coach wants you to swing.
correct.
That's usually the issue.
Correct.
So anyway, he doesn't take the pitch. He instead hits it over the wall for a grand slam home run. Now they lead 14-4, and now the Rangers are pissed. Do you guys all make millions of dollars a year to play your positions? I am so sick of this stuff, this non-competitive, this rule that you can't try to score more points if you're already up by too many.
Right.
What is too many, by the way? Because teams have come back from a 10-4 deficit.
And his
before.
argument is it's 3-0, so I just threw the ball up there, right, to get a strike.
Well, you shouldn't
he's
have.
not supposed to swing.
Try
right.
harder. Yeah. Throw it faster. I don't know.
I'm sorry, are you a professional baseball pitcher?
Yeah, they threw it behind the next batter.
That's unbelievable.
And then they complained after the game that we didn't like that. We didn't like that. Shut up, Rangers. Play harder. And by the way, the Braves led 10-2 against the Cubs a couple years ago, and they lost that game 14-10.
Yeah, every season something like that happens.
Yeah.
Every season. So it's ludicrous that professional baseball players or football players or basketball are falling back on this non-competitive thing that you're supposed to stop if you're ahead by multiple runs or points. It's just unconscionable to me. This is part of what's wrong with our society.
If I'm supposed to stop it being up, does that mean then you stop when you're down? No.
Right.
No.
That's how it should work, though, right?
Right.
Or if you're up by too many, just stop the game if we can't play it the right way.
I mean, that's what we
anymore.
do in the little leagues.
I mean, that's exactly what I was going to say. That's where
kill
these
rule.
players grew up with these stupid rules, these mercy rules, and these everybody gets a trophy rules.
What's his face that hit the grand slam? I know that
Tatis.
he was apologizing at the press conference afterward, and everybody was trying to say he was apologizing for hitting that grand slam. But when I heard that, I thought he was more apologizing to the coaches because the coaches were saying
he missed the take sign.
That he missed the take sign, right? And he was saying, "Ooh, hey, sorry."
Because he could have just as easily popped it up to the pitcher. I mean,
Correct.
and he could have been out.
Correct, which is why he should have taken the pitch.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Instead, he hit a grand slam. Everything's fine.
Well, thankfully,
all you millionaires lived through the experience.
It seems the criticism of the Rangers complaining about this seems pretty universal, by the way. So that's good.
That
of course
is good.
It does.
Because that's
of course
pathetic.
It does.
You need to stop your organization in its tracks if you're going to be that pathetic about it.
Right.
He hit a home run when he shouldn't have. That wasn't very nice of him.
Is the check still going to cash? I think you'll be okay.
I don't know. They're playing for a cheaper pay right now, right?
Okay. They are, yeah. I think the average this year is like just $1.3 million.
I don't know how they're doing it.
$1.3 million.
I don't know how they're doing it.
I can't make ends
I'd be
meet on that.
too if I had a grand slam hit on me for that money.
Right? Yeah. For $1.3 million? I spit at $1.3 million.
The things we ask them to put up with.
For $1.3 million?
Yeah.
That's the point.
We asked them to ride in private jets all over the country,
right.
And we asked them to stay in 5-star hotels and eat absolutely elite, delicious food every night.
And play all by themselves in a multi-million-dollar building.
That's what we're asking.
I mean,
it's too much. It's too much.
You know what? On second thought, they should be complaining.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, that wasn't the cool thing to do.
They've got every right. Trying to go up by 10 points, 10 runs in just a Major League Baseball game. That's despicable.
Sure is.
How mean-spirited that is. What a pathetic society we've become.
No kidding.
Have we not? It's embarrassing. All right, let me take a minute and tell you about realestateagentsitrust.com. Because if you're selling your home, you need a partner with you who knows the market and they know what people are looking for in your home. And if you're buying and selling, for instance, you got to sell your current home, buy a new home in a new location, this is really, really important then. And these are the people, because they've been very carefully vetted by Glenn's team. It's Glenn's company, so they want to make sure they have the best realtors. They've been very carefully vetted to make sure they've got great marketing plans and track records, and they know what they're doing so that they can advise you on painting your house or replacing the countertops or any number of things that have to be done if you bought your house a while ago. And now everything's changed, and it really has. Everything, I don't know. I guess the only color you can use is white now. It's so racist in our society.
I know.
That's the only one you can use. So everybody wants that. Anyway, your realtor can let you know what the case is in your particular area. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name really kind of says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com. That's realestateagentsitrust.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed returns after this on the Blaze Radio Network.
Adam Welp tweets, are we talking about the same Rangers that stomped Baltimore 30-3 back around 2007?
Oh!
Yeah, we are actually.
Different game back in 07, though.
No, it's the same game.
Wait, were there different unwritten rules?
No, same stuff. Same stuff. We've just gotten more sissified since 2007.
And that's saying something.
3, man. That's, yeah. In fact, Keith found a Sports Illustrated story on it. Rangers and Orioles players from Major League's biggest blowout recall the history-making game. So 27 runs was the biggest blowout in MLB history. Huh.
Well, you got to stop swinging when you're up 6 runs, apparently. Yeah. Guess that didn't apply back then.
So crazy. All right, from Blaze Addict 2. Okay, I'll get the vaccine. Just don't make me eat the turkey dinner candy corn. You broke me.
Right. And this meme from T. Sheehan works perfectly here.
Due to my white privilege, I will be donating my COVID-19 vaccine shot to someone less fortunate. No need to thank me.
That's right.
That's
you can
awesome.
have mine as well.
That's great. Yeah, hopefully they'll let you do that. Let you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. This is a fun time, America. We're having a good time. We're making the apocalypse fun. So we'll keep doing that for you. Sweet Pea tweets, is it me or does it always look like there are frantic people scrubbing and cleaning around the studio behind Jeffy when he's on?
That's awesome.
Everybody's seeing a lot more stuff today.
I know.
What's going on over there? Swank think, I hated the mercy rules in sports. My summer basketball team was really good, and if we got up by 30, they just quit adding points to our score.
Oh my God.
So stupid. Yeah, it sends the wrong message. Because now the point of the game has completely changed. Now I'm not supposed to, the goal is not to score points, either in basketball.
You can still score, we're just not going to count it.
Score runs in baseball or in football. You're just supposed to stop all your good plays, and you're just supposed to run up the middle. That's what you're supposed to do. And if you break one, then I guess you fall down somewhere along the way.
Yeah, I mean,
it's ridiculous.
Oh, wow.
Ridiculous.
Wow. Just too muck and fudge. Wow, this tweet. It must have been an unwritten rule in the big game when one team was up 28 points or scored 28 points and decided it was enough in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that one. Yeah.
From Spoons, a dog slap is what Mitt Romney does to his dog right after giving him a haircut, but before tying him to the roof.
Right.
All right, 888-933-93. I love this story. Andrew Cuomo, because he was so good.
He was awesome.
So good.
Awesome the other night.
Nobody has been better, and nobody has been better at dealing with COVID-19 than Andrew Cuomo. He's writing a book about his handling of the virus now.
What?
Isn't that a little like... It's like Jeffrey Dahmer writing a cookbook of his all-time favorite recipes. It's like... Yeah, this is what I marinate the people I kill in, and I think you might like the taste. If you just add a little saffron, delicious.
You think that'll do it?
Delicious. I think that'll do it.
Saffron.
Why would Andrew Cuomo write a book about the biggest disaster, health-wise, in probably New York history?
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Here's what I did to kill that many nursing homes patients. Wow, I can't wait to read that.
No kidding.
By all accounts, he bungled his response. More than 33,000 people died in New York. The book will be titled American Crisis, and it will highlight his leadership in responding to the outbreak.
Gosh.
That is unbelievable. 33,000, more than twice the number of deaths in any other state. Not to mention the fact Cuomo will be cashing in on the project even as the pandemic rages on. This is shameless.
This is
shameless.
Is this the cap to the victory lap?
I guess. The announcement came just one day after Cuomo called the virus response beautiful, his virus response, and the disease a metaphor during his speech at the convention the other night.
Yeah. He was great at the convention. It was great.
What is it Stu says? Andrew Cuomo is awful.com.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yes, it is.
And he is awful. Just unbelievably awful.
.com.
To have the nerve, the giblets now to write a book about how great you were.
Wow. That's embarrassing.
It is. It's hard to believe these Democrats are so shameless, but they show it every day.
Yeah, well, they
single day.
trudge through that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. It's incredible to me. The first 20 minutes of the convention last night alone, I don't know how many. What? That's a lie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No,
over and over.
You cannot. You know that's a lie.
Yeah.
That I said out loud, and then it was
Me
like,
too.
what? I just.
Me too. And by the time they got to Chucky Schumer, I
oh my gosh,
I couldn't deal with it. It was one lie after another.
It's amazing.
They'd
plow through it, man.
You bet.
They double down on it all.
They don't care. And it's because they've got a complicit media, and the media doesn't expose any of it. Here's a little of what Chucky Schumer had to say last night, since he's right there anyway. Might as well hear from him. Now he's not there anymore.
Just a snapshot?
Yeah.
Darn the luck.
Just a snap.
Darn it. Oh. You'd think aren't they supposed to also we believe and we know that they certainly back the Democrats, the Hollywood elites. It says something that this is produced the way that it's produced, right? You would think that it would be a lot better than what it is because they have
this virtual convention.
Yeah, I mean, the production value is
it's
as
not good
as you would hope for.
Yeah, it's not good. And it'll be interesting to see how the Republicans do theirs after watching the Democrat failure this week.
I think there's a lot of people probably scrambling going, oh, that looks like crap. Let's make sure we don't do that.
That didn't work. There's another clunky transition.
Yeah.
That was awkward. Plus, forget all the lies. It was just a bad presentation. It's boring, and it's bland, and it's bad. All right.
I mean, thankfully they're going to do something about healthcare. But go ahead.
Finally,
Go ahead.
yes.
Go ahead.
Why haven't we done something about healthcare? Then we have the other Cuomo to deal with. The other Cuomo wants a little attention too, so he's got a shirtless video that's out now. I think is this from his house?
I think his daughter was walking around with a camera, something for TikTok, and decided to show up in the bathroom while the parents were getting ready for bed. I mean, what a strange family.
Really weird. Let's check this out.
Are you?
Mama's.
Okay, that's
What just a strange
weird
crew. Here I am flossing my teeth. I would
just getting
snatch
ready for
that
bed.
phone out of my kid's hand so fast. Are you kidding me? What are you doing? But he loves
Nothing wrong
himself.
with
At
it.
least
Yeah,
he,
there's nothing wrong.
But at least he has pants on this time. Remember the last time he was outside completely naked.
They're dressed.
He loves that
How
body.
weird is that? Yeah, he does.
And the mom was like in bedtime clothing.
Like lingerie or something, like a little
it's
teddy.
a swimsuit. So
It wasn't a swimsuit.
That's embarrassing. That's just
Weird
embarrassing.
family. Weird.
Pat Gray. Only on the Blaze Radio Network.
888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We almost forgot John Kerry's brilliant performance.
Oh, I mean, he was
at
awesome.
the DNC last night.
He was awesome.
How much have we missed John Kerry?
I mean,
a ton.
Yes.
You know,
he looked great.
Yeah.
It had to have been at least a $10,000 suit.
Yeah, it's a nice suit.
It's a very nice
it's a
suit.
nice suit.
Nice tie, nice shirt, all tailored perfectly.
But why the long face, John?
And he's had some work done. John's he's about second or third cut. He's almost a clown face.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's tight. It's tight. He's back there. He's messed with his lips a little bit tighter. I mean, seriously.
I don't know. He's got a good surgeon if he's been doing that because, he looks fairly John Kerry-like.
That's what I mean. They've pulled him back tight. He's almost the Nancy Pelosi guy standing behind him, pulling it tight behind him.
Okay. Here's some of what he had to say last night.
When this president goes overseas, it isn't a goodwill mission; it's a blooper reel.
Oh wow,
Breaks up.
that's funny. that's a funny line.
That's
everybody.
not a goodwill mission. It's
a blooper reel.
With our allies and writes love letters to dictators.
That's what he does.
America deserves a president who is looked up to, not laughed at.
Right.
Donald Trump pretends Russia didn't attack our elections, and now he does nothing about Russia putting a bounty on our troops.
Which is not confirmed. Which is not a consensus that actually even happened. And since when are they so Russia fearful?
And when does he care about our troops? By
Never.
The way?
Yeah, never. He's never cared. This is despicable because these are the people who were telling us that the 80s called and they want their policy back because Russia's not a threat anymore. Now, all of a sudden, Russia's everything. It's hard to take. It's hard to take.
So he won't defend our country. He doesn't know how to defend our troops.
He doesn't know
The only person he's interested in defending is himself.
That's right. That was the big theme last night, that Donald Trump only cares about himself.
Yeah.
Not like me when I came back from Vietnam and accused the troops of all kinds of atrocities. That was for everybody else. I did that for everybody. I did that for you, America. I threw my medals away for you. And then went back and reclaimed them, but I still have them, even though I threw them away.
In the chasm.
But yeah, that's I accused them of shooting cattle and dogs for fun. Ravaging the countryside in a fashion reminiscent of Genghis Khan.
Sure, I did that.
Yeah, I did that. That was for you, America, not for me. For you.
This is the bottom line.
Okay, let's hear
Our
it.
interests, our ideals, and our brave men and women in uniform can't afford 4 more years of Donald Trump. Our troops can't get out of harm's way by hiding in the White House bunker. They need a...
That's another continuing weird thing that they just can't let go
Somebody
of.
else said that. I think Schumer said something about the bunker
hiding
last
in the
night
bunker
too, right? Yeah.
while people were being gassed in the streets or something.
And somebody else used it the night before too once.
As if when protesters were being violent, were getting crazy, there'd been a lot of looting, and if Barack Obama was in the White House that close to an unruly crowd, They wouldn't have, the Secret Service wouldn't have taken him to the bunker and he wouldn't have gone. Stop it. I'm so sick of that. It's just irresponsible and really ugly.
President who will stand up for them, and President Biden will. Joe's moral compass has always pointed in the right direction.
I bet it is.
From the fight to break the back of apartheid to the struggle to wake up the world to genocide in the Balkans. Joe understands that none of the issues of this world, not nuclear weapons, not the challenge of building back better after COVID, not terrorism, and certainly not the climate crisis, none can be resolved without bringing nations together with strength and humility. Joe understands our values don't limit our power, they magnify it.
Oh, wow, beautiful.
He knows you can't spread democracy around the world
We're not
if you don't
democracy.
practice it at home.
You can't spread a democracy when you're not a democracy, John. There's another little problem that you might want to try to deal with. You and all the rest of you stinking, stupid Democrats.
The United States of America needs friends on this planet. Before Donald Trump, we used to talk about American exceptionalism.
The Democrats never talked about American exceptionalism, except that we weren't exceptional. This is so unbelievable.
Well, everybody, Barack was a big believer in that everybody believes they're exceptional.
Yes, he said it. I believe in American exceptionalism, just like Britain believes in Britain exceptionalism. And the Congo believes in the Congolian exceptionalism.
Oh, they're the ones that punch above their weight?
Yes, they do. They punch above their weight.
The only thing exceptional about the incoherent Trump foreign policy is that it has made our nation more isolated than ever before.
Well, good point, John.
Joe Biden knows we aren't exceptional because we bluster that we are. We are exceptional because we do exceptional things.
That's right, like kill babies on demand. That's very exceptional. We've killed an exceptional amount of babies in this country under the leadership of these Democrats, these hypocrites, if you will. About 60 million since 1973. We're proud of that. We're proud of that fact.
June 6, 1944, young Americans gave their lives on the beaches of Normandy to liberate the world from tyranny. Out of the ashes of that war, we made peace and rebuilt the world. That was and remains exceptional. It is the opposite of everything Donald Trump stands for. This moment is a fight for the security of America and the world. Only Joe Biden can make America lead like America again. If you agree, text JOIN to 303333.
Text JOIN to 303. Go there. Go to 3030330.
Yeah.
Zero.
Wait, I got to write that down. What was it again?
You go to 303330.
I go there?
You go there.
To join.
And join when you're there.
Joe? Do I
That's
text
what you do.
Joe?
You text join.
Join.
I go there and I text it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Again, John, why the long face? Answer me that one.
Thank you.
Still haven't answered that. Why the long face, John?
That was fun. And I love how he's trying to say that Trump cozies up to dictators. I don't know. You were the Secretary of State when the Obama administration cozied up to Iran and dropped some pallets of cash on the tarmac.
Yeah, it was only $2 billion.
that's
$1.8 billion, something like that. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I see.
Don't
So
worry
you
about
rounded up.
Yeah. It's crazy that they're dragging out these dinosaurs like John Kerry, who has never been a friend to American military.
Nope.
Never been a friend. He's accused the military time after time, not just when he came back from Vietnam, but all through the Gulf War and the war in Iraq, the second one. We had to hear from him on how terrible everything was and our troops were. And he's despicable, absolutely despicable. What a weird choice to have him come out and talk about American foreign policy like that. And I know he's Secretary of State at one point, but he's not the guy.
And he did lose running for president.
And he did lose.
At one point.
Yes.
And they also brought out the Republican Colin Powell last night. So.
Oh, God. Jeez. Colin Powell.
You know, the Republican.
Yeah, yeah, right. They've so many Republicans they've co-opted now because Trump is so bad. Did you see that the McCloskeys, the couple in St. Louis, they're going to speak at the RNC?
I think they were on the. I don't know that that's a done deal yet or not. I know they were talking about it. Yeah.
According to what I read, it looked like they're going. Okay, they're going to. So that'll be interesting because they're supposedly longtime Democrats speaking at the Republican convention. So we're playing that game too. Huh? Two can play at that game. All right, let me take 60 seconds and tell you about ScoreMaster. This was created by credit data scientists. The average ScoreMaster user raises their credit score 61 points in just 20 days. Not just a couple of points, not I raised my credit score 7 whole points in just a year and a half. Just 18 short months. My score went from 500 to 507. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. One of our listeners raised their credit score 102 points in 11 days. ScoreMaster, it's the new science that super boosts your credit score faster and easier than anything you've tried. ScoreMaster puts you in control of your credit score. And that will help every aspect of your life. No matter what you're trying to do, get a home loan or buy a car, refinance your house. Sometimes even getting a job, a good credit score is important. So you should have that power, not the banks, not the credit agencies. It's despicable just checking your credit score by somebody who wants to look into your credit, that lowers your credit score. It's unbelievable. So let ScoreMaster help you out. You enroll in just minutes, and you'll see how many plus points you can add to your credit. You'll be shocked how fast this can happen, how great it's going to be for you. ScoreMaster.com/Pat. That's ScoreMaster.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
What was the... There was another segment last night that was bothering you?
The John McCain segment.
Okay.
His friendship with Joe Biden over the years was...
Beautiful. Is that the word you're looking for?
Yes. You know what? Yeah, no. My beautiful sounded agonizing, but...
Really?
I guess that's the way it's pronounced, is beautiful.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Oh.
The whole thing is so hard to get past. It's very, very difficult to watch just because of the lies and the spin. And they just keep repeating it all.
They sure do.
And things that have been completely discredited and disproven. And this postal thing is just so amazing to me to watch the love that they have now for the postal service.
They care so much.
They care about
so
it.
much.
My gosh, do they love the Postal Service. It's probably the greatest institution in America that there's ever been.
Well, it actually is.
That there's ever been. Yeah, there's no greater institution. It is.
I'm a proud supporter. No one has supported the post office more
than you?
Than me.
Really?
For years, I wanted to be the Postmaster General, but then I realized that really the job to have is to be on the Board of Governors, because the Postmaster General answers to the Board of Governors.
Oh, really?
And
you're not on either. You're not on either. You're not in either position.
Right now, I'm not.
That makes me love you even more. Right. Well, they actually, first of all, the Postmaster General answers to the Board of Governors.
That's right. He does.
And it's amazing because this is a cause that Jeffy has had for years.
Well, it really is. Well, he wants to be the head of the Postal Service.
I do. I've turned that ship around. I'll tell you that.
His mail fraud and all of his scams are easier to pull off that way. I know how you're thinking. Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about the fact that we were almost slammed into by a meteor?
I did.
It's close.
Really close.
I mean, we talk about... I joke around about the ones that were...
Close doesn't even begin to express how unbelievably fortunate we were.
I know.
A close call is 4 million miles.
Mm-hmm.
4 million
that's the one that we have to worry about, right? If you're in that window of between 1 and 4 or something like that.
So what was this
somewhere
one?
In there?
3 million? 2 million?
It's just a little closer than that.
Half a million miles.
A little closer.
How close, mister? I'm going to scare everyone.
From Dallas to Boston.
Wait.
Is the distance that this was from the Earth. 1,830 miles. 1,830 miles. That's how close it came to the Earth.
That's kind of close.
And we didn't know about it until after it passed us by.
Hey, what was that? Oh.
It's breezy out there. What happened?
Hey, did you notice a car-sized meteor just went by and we didn't even know about it?
Huh? What?
It was within 1,800 miles of the planet.
No, I was over here. I was FaceTiming with my girlfriend instead of watching the radar screen here.
To quote the documentary, Armageddon.
Mm-hmm.
Begging your pardon, sir, but it's a big-ass sky. Okay. So...
That's powerful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that quick reminder.
Thank you.
That's a really important point. This is the closest ever recorded. The closest shave ever recorded. God. In fact, according to asteroid trackers in a catalog compiled by the Sormano Astronomical Observatory in Italy, because of its size, the space rock most likely wouldn't have posed any danger to people on the ground had it struck. But the close call is worrisome nonetheless, since astronomers had no idea it even existed until it passed us by.
Unreal.
It's kind of hard to believe, isn't it? Because you would think with our technology now, with satellites and, the radar and all the things
we
that
have thousands of satellites orbiting this planet.
Literally
right now.
Thousands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
the asteroid approached undetected from the direction of the sun. We didn't see it coming, according to NASA.
So we were blinded. We were blinded by the sun.
Blinded by the light.
That was it, yeah.
Wrapped up like a deuce. Another roamer in the night.
Right.
Runner in the night, whatever it is. This recent near-Earth asteroid was initially called, and they always get the catchiest names for this.
Oh, what's this one called?
ZTFODXQ. But now it's formally known to astronomers as 2020 GQ.
Oh, so much better.
Yeah, it's better.
Now it's known as,
Shoot.
What was that?
Oopsie daisies.
Seriously, how do you... I'm sorry. Obviously, this isn't my job, but aren't we paying people to watch and warn?
I thought we were.
Did I not just quote the documentary Armageddon?
It's a big-ass sky.
Okay.
Dan, we didn't see this thing coming?
Uh-huh.
Begging your pardon, sir. It's a big-ass sky.
Gotcha. Plus, NASA's busy doing other things these days, like renaming offensive...
Well, yeah, because we still have the Eskimo Nebula out there.
Yeah, that's got to go.
And what about probing Uranus?
Right,
can't be doing that.
It's got to go.
We can't be doing that.
Got to go.
So they're focusing on the Eskimo Nebula and changing that name, and the Siamese Twin Galaxy, because that's not cool.
No, that's not even funny anymore.
It's not funny.
It's kind of funny.
The sad fact is, it's time to cancel all the planets in the solar system, starting with Uranus. That's the sad fact.
Who's writing this? This is kind of a fun article here from somebody. This is Washington Examiner, Federalist, somebody like that?
It's from...
Bill.
Is it from Bill?
Yeah, it's from Bob. No, it's Bob.
Bob or
Bill?
It's
from Bob.
Now I'm confused. But
Bob
this is a
wrote
fun tongue-in-cheek article here.
Uranus is a cold, desolate planet with harsh winds and foul-smelling clouds. Obviously, it's Uranus.
Yeah, thank you.
Its environment is most likely too harsh to support any life, at least as we know it. Its 27 moons are named for characters from the works of William Shakespeare and Alexander Pope, two white guys.
Mm-hmm.
Its atmosphere is leaking out into space. As far as planets go, it's the least capable of taking a joke. Uranus is no god of the sky. This is funny.
I mean, we've sent probes in. Nothing's come out.
Right. So
there's that.
Then we got the one closest to the sun. We've got Mercury, the messenger of the gods. He was also the god of financial gain, greed.
Greed.
And we don't need a giant Gordon Gecko orbiting the sun. Canceled. Then there's Venus, goddess of love and beauty, who's just a tool of patriarchy. Bye-bye. This is a great
The sad
article.
thing is...
This is true. This could happen.
Yes.
It could actually happen.
This is reality, 2020.
Up next, Mars, god of war. War is bad, okay? Gone. Well, how about Jupiter, then, the king of the gods? Kings are also bad. Sayonara.
Mm-hmm.
Sayonara should also be eliminated.
Yes, it should.
That's cultural appropriation.
What's happening there?
Who is this guy?
Bill Bob.
Saturn is named for the god of agriculture. Saturn's reign was marked by peace and benevolence, but his girlfriend was called Mother Destruction, so he's out.
Oh.
We've already covered Uranus.
Have we?
So next on the chopping block is Neptune, the god of water. Water is good, and Neptune was one of 4 gods that could sacrifice a bull to... but bulls also produce methane Think of polar bears and too much water causes problems, so Neptune is canceled.
Wait, what was that?
It's producing methane.
Methane! I mean, stop talking with everyone in there. Martin. So y'all stop distracting Martin in there.
Okay, what about this? What about the word Earth? Our planet isn't named after a god or even a mortal, so that's good so far. The word Earth, however, is derived from Old English and thus represents a tacit endorsement of colonialism.
Oh, man.
It's time to ditch that one, too. So great.
This is good stuff,
In
man.
2020, there's no element of life or lifeless planets too small or too trivial to not get outraged over. It's time for us to stop being the change we want to see in the world and start being the change we want to see in the universe.
Amen.
To not do so would be to not go too far enough. To not do so would be to not go too far enough. I like that.
Which is actually
funny stuff.
Why the president pardoned who he did yesterday.
What's her face? Susan B. Anthony. He pardoned Susan B. Anthony, and they've got a problem with that. This was one of the suffragette leaders, and as far as I know, up until Trump pardoned her, was pretty celebrated. I mean, they liked her, right?
Yeah.
They wanted the coin. Mm-hmm. They were proud of the coin when it came out.
Yeah.
And now,
no.
No, she's tied into some anti-abortion
He reeled
groups.
them all in yesterday with the pardon.
Sure did.
He reeled them in.
That's good stuff.
It's really funny.
That was a fun
I'm a little
move.
bummed, and Joe Exotic thought he was going to be the one pardoned. But nope.
He wasn't pardoned.
No.
Don't they think he committed
He
murder?
should be.
Right? Isn't that what he did? Didn't he kill somebody? Whatever.
He attempted to have someone killed.
Oh, okay. But he didn't get the job done.
Not that we know of.
All right. All right. 888-900-3393. Also, there was another little racial incident yesterday, because there has to be one every day.
Are we sure?
At least a claim of one. In Ogden, Utah, a restaurant worker claims Trump supporters left him a message with a gay slur written on the money.
Now,
Did
do
you
you
see that
believe
story?
it?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
Will you excuse me if I'm a tad skeptical on
Thank
this? Only because almost every one of these is a hoax, that they wrote it themselves. But this server who works at the restaurant said that patrons wearing Trump 2020 hats left him a $5 bill tip with a gay slur written on it. Ashton Bindrup didn't reveal what restaurant he works for, but noted on Facebook that the party in question was an older couple and their middle-aged son. They'd asked me for a pen during the meal. They paid with a card, but it was an electric system, so there was no receipt. That's why I thought it was odd when they asked for the pen. He said he got a look at the $5 cash tip that they left with the phrase, "Get out of America." Gay F-word slur.
No way.
Okay, now this was almost believable with the detail of borrowing a pen.
Yeah.
And then you read that.
Get out of America. Get out of here.
If I need a pen, I'm going to make it worth something.
Yes.
That's a dumb phrase.
And they paid with a card but tipped with cash.
Yeah.
I mean, it does,
the whole
thing I have done that before.
Doesn't
but it's
work,
rare.
though. Yeah.
It's rare. If you're paying with a card, you usually just throw the tip on the card and move on.
He told the TV station that interviewed him he believes the group deliberately wrote the slur. Well, of course they deliberately wrote it if they wrote it. I didn't accidentally write something on a bill.
Wait a minute. If they paid with a card, we should know their name, right?
Well, he was saying it was electric, right? So there wasn't any paper. That's why he thought it was weird there was no pen.
It's not in the system or something?
Well, they would just sign the tablet.
He said it's shocking. It's not okay. I think if anyone got it, they would think it was hate speech. Well, yeah, if they said "get out of America" F-word on it, that's probably not loving. But I just...
Really?
I'm sorry. Again, it's a stupid message and a stupid thing to do, and I'm sorry, I don't believe it.
Maybe he should walk that $5 bill down to a local GLAAD office and donate it then and make a big spectacle out of it, huh?
Let's have it inspected, though, first for his handwriting analysis. How about that? Let's try that.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.